A missile tore through the sky, a drone ripped through a city, and the world stood once again on the edge of war. Yes, what's happening today between Iran and Israel isn't just a fight, it's the ignition of an old rivalry, one that now threatens to become a full-scale war. Everything changed in just one night. April 2025. It was a calm night. Everything seemed normal on Israel's side. Peaceful, still, but suddenly, 3,000 kilometers away, in Tehran, Israeli radars picked something up. Dozens of drones, missiles, and a chilling warning. This is just the beginning. Iran declared, "This attack is not just for us, it's for the entire Muslim world." And Israel replied, without hesitation, "We will retaliate." Like never before, people started saying, "This is just the beginning. Now the real war begins." 2. What's the real reason behind this Iran-Israel conflict? This isn't something new. This rivalry goes back decades. On one side, Iran, a Muslim-majority nation ruled by hardline Islamic leadership. On the other, Israel, the only Jewish nation in the Middle East. And these two, they don't even accept each other's existence. Iran says, Israel is illegitimate. Jerusalem belongs to the Muslims. Israel says, Iran funds terrorist groups like Hamas and Hezbollah. At the center of this hatred is one word, Palestine. Iran openly supports the Palestinian cause, and every time Israel acts in Gaza or the West Bank, Iran sees it as provocation. This isn't just politics. This is religion, history, and revenge, all tied into one dangerous knot. 3. So, how did this war actually begin? This time, the spark came from a single airstrike. Israel launched an attack on an Iranian base in Damascus, Syria. Iran was furious. They claimed, "You killed our top military commanders. Now there will be an answer, and you'll pay the price." And within 24 hours, Iran fired over 300 missiles toward Israel. For the first time, they tried to overwhelm the Iron Dome, Israel's powerful air defense system. Some missiles were intercepted, but others hit civilian areas, causing chaos, fear, and bloodshed. 4. The night the sky turned red next night, Israel struck back. Fighter jets roared across the sky, targeting Iranian weapons facilities, radar bases, and military posts. Not just in Iran, but in Syria, Iraq, and even Lebanon. Explosions lit up the night like fireballs. People screamed, buildings collapsed, sirens didn't stop for hours. And while the world watched in shock, something unthinkable happened. Iran claimed, "This is no longer war. This is genocide." Israel said, "We're defending our land, our people, our future." 5. What's the rest of the world doing? The United Nations called for peace. But peace? It was nowhere in sight. The US stood by Israel, sending warships, surveillance drones, and emergency supplies. Russia and China? They warned the West to back off. Russia even offered defensive aid to Iran. Suddenly, it wasn't just Iran versus Israel. It was like a global chessboard, and every piece was moving. Middle Eastern countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and you held emergency meetings. Some feared Iran's aggression, others feared Israel's power. And the question remained, who's next? 6. Civilians, the forgotten victims. While missiles were flying and tanks were rolling, it was the common people who suffered most. In Tel Aviv, families hid in bunkers with children crying for air. In Tehran, fathers dug through rubble searching for their kids. Hospitals overflowed. Blood banks ran out. Power was gone. Water was scarce. People didn't care about politics anymore. They just wanted to survive the night. 7. What happens now? The scariest part. Neither side is backing down. Israel says they'll keep attacking until Iran is neutralized. Iran says they're ready for a final war. And experts fear, if this continues, it could trigger something even worse. A regional collapse, a world war, or even a nuclear response. Because yes, both Iran and Israel have access to advanced military tech, and nuclear capability is no longer off the table. So now the world watches, on edge. One wrong move, one missile too far, and everything could fall apart. War begins when diplomacy dies. But in this war, diplomacy never even showed up. This is not just Iran versus Israel. This is the world staring down the barrel of a new disaster. Stay tuned, stay aware, because history is being written right now. when the world burns in silence. Someone needs to tell this story. We just did. This is the Unheard side, where the truth echoes louder than war. Subscribe. Stay aware. Stay awake.